Welcome back, Sports Biz Campers. This is your host, Christian, back here with Mr. Anthony F. Harris from the NFLPA. Anthony, this will be broken into 4 quarters since we are in sports and entertainment. Jumping into our preseason, we'll start off with your name, where you're from, where you work, and your official job title.
Hey everyone, my name is Anthony F. Harris. I am the Operations Manager at the NFL Players Association located in Washington, D.C. So a quick background of who we are, NFLPA. So we are the union for our players, so we actually represent our players. So on my end, I wear 2 hats. On one end, I oversee all the operational elements for all of our external events that goes on, ranging from like our collegiate events to Super Bowl events to like combine events, any events that you guys think of for our NFL players. And then on the other hand, I oversee all of our facility operations within our building space. So right now I'm currently working on the return to work plan for our office.
Sounds like a really cool job. So what is one aspect of working in sports do you appreciate the most?
I love sports, but being able to actually like connect with other people that look like me is a plus. Being able to actually speak with other individuals like myself that are eager, hungry to make a difference in this industry. So that's actually, gives me the drive for me to be who I am. So me being able to actually be transparent with not just like my peers, but also with our players, being able to actually help them on and off the field is a plus.
Transitioning into your younger days, your early career, when you were younger, what did you initially want to do as a career?
To be honest with you, I thought I was going to the NBA. Just to be frank with you, because like that was like my mindset, that was like my focus, that I wanted to actually play for the NBA. But then like as time progressed in like high school and a little bit in college, I'm like, there's no chance I'm going to the NBA. So I gotta start thinking about like my backup plan. Then I thought about like, maybe I could become like an entrepreneur. But then like, I was still trying to figure that out as well. So like it took time for me to figure out like my path. And understand like my purpose, understand like my why of why I do what I do. I left everything in God's hands, and God was able to like, guide me to the direction where he wanted me to go. So right now I'm the operation manager at the NFL Players Association, and I enjoy the work that I do for our players, all of our active and former players throughout the year.
Who or what experience gave you your kind of your first break into sports and entertainment?
That's a good question. I actually had 2. So like I knew I wanted to actually get into the sports space. So I took like an internship with this company called Leverage Agency, where to be honest with you, I didn't even know what I was doing. I just, jumped in, reached out by doing a quick cold call. I got an interview, killed the interview, came in, started off as an intern, then worked my way to get a job. It was actually like more of like a sales agency. So then at that time, I knew I wanted to actually go a different route and get into the event space. So I came across Octagon, and at that time I interviewed, got the job, got the internship as well. And I compared my situation to the movie Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith without the son. But like I definitely bust my ASS to get to where I wanted to get to. And at the end of the internship, I was the one that was actually hired for the full-time position. And how did I get that position? By me just like being true to myself, me working hard, me being able to actually network with like the right individuals, me staying late, coming in early, me playing ball with like senior executives. So just like me doing a lot of different things. Some of my weekends were not like my weekend. I was actually volunteering, doing projects for like, folks in the office. So like when it came down to like who wanted the job more, it was me. So like, I look at that as a blessing, and I usually just like try to keep going forward and just trying to like motivate others to follow the same suit.
So transitioning into your current role today at the NFL Players Association, if a student were to shadow you on your day-to-day, what would they see you doing?
Oh man, I wear many hats at the NFL Players Association. So like, depending on the type of day that's going on, like they may see me in meetings throughout the day. They may see me work with one vendor or connecting with another vendor or meeting with a player. And we have players that come to our office. So I'm usually meeting with our active and former players on various initiatives that they got going on. I'll be working with like my team members just to make sure like they're handling business as they should, working with our CFO just to make sure business is up to date with our building, working with my supervisor as well as other team members just to make sure business is in place, or possibly working with our event team to ensure all the responsibilities that I manage is in place for a successful event. So there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of variables, but at the end of the day, I love what I do. I enjoy it, and I just make sure I try to be the best at what I do.
Being that you enjoy it so much and you have that passion for sports, what are 2 aspects of your job that you feel are most satisfying?
Ah, man, good one. So I can say I enjoy making the best decisions. And when I say the best decisions, but being able to actually work with my team members, work with players to hear their insights, feedback on certain things that I have control, that I'm able to actually tweak or at least implement, is something that I enjoy. Another part of it is just being able to actually implement processes, procedures that's actually going to help make the organization, smooth, or make it more efficient, and make our events more efficient across the board. So being able to actually digest and being able to actually understand, okay, what we're doing, what are the issues, and figuring out those issues and turning those issues into a solution, and implementing a process in place where other folks can follow, team members can follow, players can follow, vendors, partners can follow. That brings the joy in the work that I do on a day-to-day.
So what is one skill that has helped you succeed in your professional career?
Having that mentality to be relentless, to be fearless, to be authentic, just being able to actually go after and go get it, being hungry. Growing up with no father, being able to actually see what my mom has done with 4 boys, working multiple jobs just to actually put food in her mouth. So me having that hunger and me actually having that mentality to be the best that I can be at what I do. So pushes me to actually to be fearless in the space that I'm in, and to be the best person that I can be.
Absolutely. And speaking to that point of being the best you can be, transitioning into our playoffs, ending off with some powerful career advice for our high school students. If you could go back and tell your high school self one piece of advice, what would you tell young Anthony F. Harris?
Oh man, that's a good one. Stop being scared. I would definitely say that to myself, because there are times where I was scared to take on certain initiatives or tasks or ask questions. So when I look back at myself now, I'm man, I wish I would have actually would have been a little bit more proactive instead of being more reactive. So just being able to actually not be scared to ask questions, not be scared to do certain things. So me being again, relentless, right? So me being able to actually go after and go get in, just showing my peers or my folks not to be scared.
After attending this camp, what is the very next step a high school students to take to eventually be in a position like yours one day?
Study. I'm always studying different ways where I can actually be an asset. So having understanding what or why you're doing what you're doing is key. Having having the mentality to be the best person at that position is also key. Again, that's where relentless come in. Being determined, being disciplined, never settling for less. And of course, working hard. And you're not doing it just to actually please anyone. You're doing it just to make sure you're comfortable within that, you're getting the job done as it should be.
This actually concludes our Chalk Talk interview. I want to thank you, Anthony, for pouring back into the next generation of high school students. I'm definitely going to find value in your perspective, in your career path. High school students, be on the lookout for more content we have coming up soon, guys. We have a bunch more industry professionals, such as Mr. Anthony Harris, here to speak to us, important to us. So be on the lookout for that. But ending off with, because he's a Cowboys fan, I guess instead of peace signs, we'll end up throwing up the X's for...
Throw up the X, let's go! Even though my boy Des Bryant's not there, it's all good. But I still have faith in my Cowboys. I feel like we're actually gonna have a good year. So let's go!
All right, man. We'll catch you on the next time, guys. Stay tuned for more content.